Coming up on this episode of Winning Bets, we've got a lot to talk about. We'll be placing a winning bet on today's Bundesliga games, and then there's 2 fantasy games for a chance to win a total of $30,000. Hey, what's up everyone? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Check out my shirt I've got going on here, Flinchball. I was in the closet today and I just yanked the shirt down off the hanger, generally like I always do. And it ended up being this Flinchball. If you're a fan of the DP show, you know what Flinchball is. If not, if you don't know what Flinchball is, I've actually got a video. Years ago, I stumbled across these 2 guys playing Flinchball in one of their garages, I assume. And that's just great. So it's this ball, you bounce it, you bang it up against the guy's jewels. Drill about a minute video. It's down in my description. Go check it out of these kids. So Flinchball was a big thing. I pulled it out of my closet this morning. I hadn't worn this shirt in a good couple months. It feels good to actually wear it again and remember the times of the old Flinchball and the DP show and watching these videos of these guys. So make sure you go check that out. Before we jump into today's show, let's celebrate yesterday's winning bet. That's right. Yesterday we had a winning bet. If you guys recall, we used my soccer system where we put a half unit on the draw, then we put a half unit on the money line. We were doing the Freiburg-Frankfurt game and enjoyed hanging out with you guys yesterday on YouTube Live. I really like jumping in on YouTube Live if our bet has a real sweat. So it was a real fun time watching that game unfold with you guys and enjoying that sweat. So good $90 win yesterday. We've now hit our last 3 bets. 4 for me personally, because I also did bet on the Bayern Dortmund game, but in terms of for us, we've hit our last 3 bets. This is what you need. This is the foundation for when you go on one of those like 11-1 or 15-2 streaks of winning bets. This is the good foundation you need at 3-0. So let's carry the momentum into today's action, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So it's back to the Bundesliga, guys. No real surprise here. And today, there's 5 games, looked at them, researched, not the greatest of all kind of matchups out there, but I did find a bet that I like. We're going to go to Union Berlin versus Mainz for this one. Mainz is in 15th position, right above relegation, so they really need to get some sort of result out of today's matchup. And then Union Berlin is in 13th place. What we're going to do here, guys, I'm going to give you some stats, and then I'll hit you with the bet that we're going to do. So there's been 27 games played so far in this Bundesliga campaign. Mainz is scoring on average about 1.3 goals per game, and Union is scoring on average about 1.2. Now, Mainz is giving up on average about 2.2 goals per game. Union Berlin is giving up on average 1.7 goals per game. This game is at Union Berlin. Mainz's last 8 games away from their home has seen the over hit 2.5 in all 8 of those contests. In 7 of those 8 games, the over of 3.5 is hit. And in their last 3 head-to-head matchups between Union Berlin and Mainz, both teams have scored in those matchups. So all those stats compiled, all the scoring, all the giving up of the goals, today's winning bet is going to be, will both teams score at minus 155 for a chance to win $65. So that is today's winning bet. Will both teams score for minus 155? Your sportsbook will probably have it called BTTS. BTTS. Oh, actually, and that is... that's going to be our bet today on the Union Berlin Mainz. Will both teams score minus 155? All right, let's get into, we talked about there's 2 fantasy games. The first one I want to talk to you guys about is the Finish Line app. If you guys recall, this is the app where they ask you which driver is going to finish better amongst the group. They've been racing the past 3 days at Charlotte. Today's race is at Charlotte. It's been fascinating. The guys that we thought were going to compete well on Sunday did well. They've also done good these past 2 nights in the Truck Series and the Car Series on Monday night. So let's run through these questions and let's see. This one's a chance to win $25,000, guys. And currently there's a little under 11,000 people in this. So let's go get that money together. All right, so jumping in on who's going to have the better finish in this group. We've got Harvick, Busch, Truex Jr., Logano, and Elliott. This one's going to come down to Busch, Truex Jr., and Chase Elliott. These guys were high in the finishing on Sunday. Chase Elliott won the Truck Series last night. Kyle Busch won the race Monday night. Busch, Truex Jr., Elliott. Let's see. We've seen Busch get a win. We've seen Elliott get a win. I'm going to go with Truex Jr. Next group, Jimmie Johnson, Bowman, Hamlin, Kozlowski, Blaney. Jimmie Johnson raced really well the other night in Charlotte. We're going to give it to Jimmie Johnson. He loves this long 1 mile track. Next one's Kurt Busch, Kenseth, Bowyer, Almirola, Byron. We're going to give this one to Kenseth. Let's give it to Bowyer. Bowyer, going back. Changing that to Bowyer. Bowyer did good. All right, next group, Group 4, DiBenedetto, Newman, Jones, Dillon, Reddick. We're going to go Reddick. Group 6, Buescher, Nemechek, Custer, Bell, Wallace. Who's going to have the better finish amongst that group? Let's go Nemechek. And then Group 6, Dillon, Suarez, Priest, McDowell, LaJoie. Let's go Priest. I'm recalling the research I did based on Sunday's race. It's the exact same race. Like this one's also at night, so pretty much the same race, same research comes into play here. So who's going to be the winner? We're going to do Truex Jr. as the winner. And second place, we're going to go to Kyle Busch. That second place finish. So to recap how we have those, we have Truex Jr., Jimmie Johnson, Clint Bowyer, Reddick, Nemechek, Priest. Race winner, Truex Jr. Second place, Kyle Busch. Submit the picks. Okay, cool. All right, so that's one of the fantasy apps today. That one's for a chance to win $25,000. The other one is in the Fox Bet Super 6. We're not going to go through this one. I just want to show this one to you guys and alert your attention to it. It's called Ultimate Tag. I don't really know anything about this, but I've answered the questions. That's why mine says view entry and not make picks. I think it appears to be, from answering the questions, some adult version form of tag. Not really quite sure, but it's on Fox if you want to watch that tonight. That one's for $5,000. So go ahead and get your picks on that one. So to recap, guys, for our actual money, for our actual winning bet, we're going to Union Berlin Mainz. We're going to do both teams to score. That's minus 155 for a chance to win $65. Don't forget, Finish Line app for $25,000. And also the Super 6 app for a chance to win $5,000. As for when we'll come back and hang out again, it'll be maybe possibly on live this afternoon if our bet is, a sweat. I love hanging out with you guys on YouTube Live and enjoying a good sweat. Seems like all bets are a good sweat. So let's see what today's will be. So possibly hang out with you guys tonight. If not, we'll come back tomorrow. We'll talk about our wins. We'll talk about these fantasy games. And we'll see what's on the slate of action for putting in another winning bet. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm Jason Mattis, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.